This is Omar Ahmed for IFL. What?
Me and YVES track shopping soon, so I'm just trying to get that out there.
For IFL in association with MTK Global, I'm joined by the main man at Cruiserweight, Lawrence Okolie. How you been?
Yeah, I've been alright, just back in training and stuff like that. So, I'm back in training, so I'm just working towards a hopeful date, and I'll be getting it within the next week or so.
We'll talk about that in a second, but good day filming down here with Wiley, Joe Weller, some geezer called Eddie Earn as well.
Yeah, I didn't actually know what I was coming for. They just said I was some filming for Matchroom, so I just kind of came down, and obviously when I got here, I realised what it was. It was good fun. It's good to see like people who are doing their own thing that are interested in boxing. It's a blessing to be here.
It's interesting when Eddie was asking what you want in life. Everyone kind of gave detailed answers. Yours was very simple. You've done everything so far you need to. You said become world champion at cruiserweight, which is your next fight, and then go up to heavyweight. Oh no, sorry, you said become unified champion at cruiserweight, then go up to heavyweight and become heavyweight champion of the world. Yeah. Very simple.
Yeah, I mean, in my profession's only until I'm 34, 35 max, you'd think. So it's a very short space of time if you think about it. And what I want to achieve is quite tangible in boxing. Do you know what I mean? Obviously there's money and like profile and stuff like that, but in terms of actual accomplishments, it's like being an actor, winning a BAFTA or an Oscar or whatever. So it's quite clear what is to be achieved. You get where I'm coming from. I'm on paper, so I'm just looking forward to seeing how far I can push it.
Is it hard making cruiserweight for you?
No, it depends how long I have. I mean, physically, I've done all the scans and stuff like that. It's quite standard as long as I eat the right food, do my cardio. The weight comes off quite easily. But I enjoy eating. I enjoy, eating bad food as well. So it takes a level of discipline for me to kind of, do the right stuff to make weight. But I think it's the same any boxer. If you train right, eat right, you'll lose fat and maintain lean muscle. So it's all the same. It's just how disciplined I am and how long I have.
Lawrence, it's no secret that Glowacki's set to be your next fight for the world title, but we haven't got a confirmation of date, venue. Do you think that could end up overseas in America, for example?
Yeah, I think most likely it is. That's what the main things I've been hearing is going to be overseas. But yeah, standard.
Glowacki, Southpaw, experienced customer. Yeah. Have you studied much of him so far?
Yeah, I've watched 4 or 5 of his fights early on when I heard it was going to get ordered. I started watching him. So I've watched him, back when he was 27, when he was 26, 25, 28. You know what I mean? Obviously now he's a bit old. I think he's 33. Still, physically in his prime. But I've watched a lot of him. But once I get into camp, I don't really watch that much. I just kind of stick to, okay, this is the rough style. He's a southpaw. Slightly shorter, moves in this pattern, moves in that pattern. What kind of stuff do I want to, within myself, but what kind of stuff do I need to do? Do you know what I mean? Simple tactics.
Out of all the Olympians, you're the one moving at the quickest pace. I'm not even talking about just Rio. I'm talking about when Joshua came out the Olympics, he didn't even move this quickly. What you've done is incredible to basically wipe out 90% of the British domestic scene and then go to a European title where, let's not forget, many people were kind of like, we're not sure if Lawrence is going to pull this off, this might be too soon. You obviously dispatched of NGABU, and now you're fighting for a world title. Is it kind of sunk in how quickly you are moving?
Yes and no. Do you know what I mean? I try not to get too caught up on like, oh my goodness, like, yeah, look what I'm doing. I do it for the post because it's good on social media to be like, yeah, look what I did. But in reality, it's like I expected to win. Do you know what I mean? The British, Commonwealth, European, and become a world champion. I look back to interviews where I said, this is what I want to do. It's a blessing, obviously, to have achieved this to this point. But if I stop boxing now, the money will end. The people will forget that I was a European champion. So I need to do stuff that lives with me for life. Become a world champion. And I always feel like if you're young and able, you should do, because I don't want to. Okay, I could box for a world title now, but I'll wait. Maybe do it in a year or two. Now I'm a world champion at 29 when I could have been world champion at 27 and had more defences and won more belts. So, that's kind of a thought process.
Well, listen, Lawrence, wish you the best of luck against Glowacki. I do want to get your opinion on 2 fights. Firstly, someone you sparred before, Tyson Fury, going against Deontay Wilder. I know you've been asked a million times. Yeah. Just give me a simple breakdown of the fight you think wins.
Simple breakdown, it really depends on if he actually adopts the puncher style or goes back to his usual kind of boxing move. I think that if he boxes and moves and he's kept his conditioning going, building off the Wilder fight, building off all these other fights, I think that he's very hard to hit with more than one shot at a time. So he'll be able to kind of outmaneuver and outfox Wilder exactly the same as last time. If Wilder tries to be more patient, it's the same exact thing. If he tries to work harder, it's probably worse for him because what Fury's really good at picking off people. So I feel like stylistically, Wilder hasn't been getting better. He's been getting good knockouts, but he's always got good knockouts. But he hasn't like, let's say, learnt from past fights and maybe try and box him a little bit better. He just knows if I time the right hand right, if I catch you on the end of the left and the hand the right, it's going to land. So I feel, long story short, Fury will be able to outbox him if he goes to. But if Fury decides he wants to have a tear up with him, I feel like that kind of plays more into Wilder's hands because Fury punches hard. Like everyone says he doesn't punch hard, but he's 18, 19 stone.
6'9". Like.
Yeah, so if he actually stands there and throws punch, no one's going to stand there with their chin in the air and let Fury hit him. So if he stands there, it more plays into Wilder's hands because Wilder does have that one shot knockout power, so you don't want to stand there unnecessarily, but I'm sure Fury will know what to do in the ring.
Okay, and also former king at your weight, Alexander Usyk, obviously now at heavyweight, rumoured to fight Derek Chisora. Yeah?
No, that's a sick fight, yeah. I feel like, obviously you've seen Chisora get outboxed and stuff like that before, but I feel like that's him not at his optimum. The way he's been training late, the kind of performances he's brought out, be it in Spilcar, etc., etc. As much as I think Uzyk's better than Spilcar, I feel like we're going to find out a lot about Usyk and a lot about Chisora. Chisora on his A game, can he put enough pressure and pick the right shots to kind of get to someone like Usyk, or is Usyk going to be able to outbox him? Is Uzyk's power gone up at heavyweight? Has his speed gone down? Well, it's an exciting fight. I really look forward to that if that happens.
Well, listen, it's a big year of boxing already shaping up. See, for yourself, it's massive. You've got a world title opportunity. As I said, best of luck wherever it is, and I'm sure we'll be there catching up with you, all right?
Thank you.
Thank you, Lawrence. Yeah.
Gold Star Promotions is proud to present Floyd Money Mayweather. The man himself is coming to the UK for his UK tour, February and March 2020. For all info and tickets, goldstarpromotions.co.uk.